Hey everybody, it's Round Guy again. 2 days after Christmas, and Santa brought some goodies for the AK. So I'm going to show you a couple things here. All Magpul products this time, and I know in a previous write-up, and I put on Facebook that I was not a Magpul fanboy, but I'll tell you what, the value of the Magpul products, the low cost and the high quality, I'm really getting hooked on their stuff. So what we've added is the MOE AK buttstock, and this is a nice little guy here because it does have a storage compartment, little button here in the back, lift off, and you can put a cleaning kit back here, some lube, whatever you need, and that snaps back on. Pretty nice, and it's solid when it's on there. And then the MOE Handguard, two-piece Handguard set. And this is nice because this model has the cutout because of my sling attachment is on the handguard, the lower handguard retainer. So this has the cutout and recess to accommodate that. Also, I have added the Magpul light mount. It's an offset mount, and the Magpul tape. Your remote tape switch mount, and this is a nice setup because the tape switch goes inside there, and this mounts all by their M-Lok technology. And once this is mounted on, it's not quite flush, but it cleans it up. You're not having to mess with Velcro, or I know on past applications where I've had a remote switch, I've had like a thick rubber band that would go over the gun to hold that piece on. This is a nice little setup. One thing I did not know when I ordered this, well actually my wife got this for me for Christmas, when I was putting this offset light mount on, it's got a couple slots here for the Picatinny rail, or for Picatinny mounts. When I looked into the instructions, it stated that if you owned a Surefire Scout light, that if you removed the rail mount, that this had cutouts where the light would actually directly mount to this offset mount. It has recesses in there and the holes, so when you remove your rail mount off of the Surefire light, set it in there, it's got some cutouts that this light will sit in, and then you have two Allen bolts that'll go up through the bottom and thread directly into the light housing, which I thought was pretty neat because it kind of cleans it up, gives it a nice sleek look there. You don't have that big rail grabber sticking out. And if you want to remove the light, it's just two bolts. You give it a, I don't know, about a quarter to a half a turn, and the M-Lok nuts that are inside here release, and you can take that right off. Same with the tape switch mounting here, two Allen bolts, and you can give them about a quarter to half a turn, and that'll come right off. I really do like the looks of this. Pretty practical. One thing I do want to mention, if any of you are thinking of changing your furniture, have never messed with an AK before, I've owned many over the years, and I'll just give you a little tip here. When you're changing this upper handguard, I'm going to just strip this down real quick. When you're removing your upper handguard, the easiest way to do this, drop the rifle, is once you have the tube out, put the rear part of this in a vise. Set that in your vise, then grab a hold of the handguard and then just twist it. So you want it to twist it so it's, what, 180 degrees? So basically you're just going to turn it to the bottom, and then that'll come right off. If you have wood, wood upper handguard, usually the wood will come off fairly easy. You can just put a crescent wrench on here, hold it, and then twist that handguard. Any rifle I've had that has had a polymer, plastic, any type upper handguard installed, I've always had to put it in a vise. Stick that in the vise, and then you can grab a hold of this and then twist it off. I just wanted to mention that. So when you get in there, don't let it scare you. It's fairly easy to change it out. So just wanted to share that with you. But everything else, and you know, forget that I've mounted this on a inner ordnance rifle. A lot of people out there will watch this because they're trolling. They don't like inner ordnance, and they're trying to find videos to prove that the inner ordnance rifles are junk. Everything fit just fine. When I was putting all the Magpul stuff on, I didn't have to modify anything. Everything dropped right into place, just as you would expect with Magpul products. So I just wanted to share that with you. Some Magpul items, the MOE buttstock, real easy to put on. Just remove your old stock. This comes with 2 washers that'll slide into like a T cutout, and they give you Allen bolts to replace that. And then there's also a wedge that goes on the front of the stock that slides into the receiver, and it's got a bolt that goes in through this opening when this storage compartment will go in there, and as you tighten that wedge kind of slides down and puts pressure on the bottom of this receiver. Once you have all 3 bolts tightened up, this stock is tight. It's a great fit. It does come with the small, I think that's their smallest recoil pad. Also has a cutout for a sling if you're going to put a sling through there, or if you have the leather tabs off your sling like SKS style. And it also has a hole here on both sides. They have a quick detach mount. Piece will go in there and you'll have your quick detach swivel that you can snap in there. That'll be my next purchase. The sling I had on the old stock will not fit through this cutout. So anyway, everything fit great. The lower handguard fits nice and tight. The handguard retainer, once that was closed back down, it's tight. There's no loose, no wobble in there. The handguard, everything up here is nice and solid. There's no movement to it at all. With this inner ordnance rifle, one thing that was nice about changing this out is now that the factory handguard's gone with the heat shield, I can actually take my cleaning rod out by hand, whereas before it was so tight in the heat shield and clip, I actually had to wrap this. I mean, I could put pressure here and bend it, and I could not get the cleaning rod out. And I do use this cleaning rod on occasion with the cleaning kit. Well, I just wanted to mention that with that in there, you can actually get it out now. I don't know if any of you other inner ordnance owners have experienced how tight that cleaning rod is, and that's due to the heat shield, and there's kind of a retaining, kind of a spring that they've designed in there, and that was so tight. But after changing that, it's great. Once again, this is the Surefire Scout with the LED, as you can see with the remote switch mounted. It is really nice. With this M-Lok technology, you can mount this on either side. You can switch it, take it off real easy. So I just want to mention some more Magpul products. I also got the Magpul MOE pistol grip, which I put on a couple videos ago. I really like the way this feels. So more Magpul products. It's great. Check them out. We got all these, all the Magpul products we got through Brownells. I think the buttstock was $40 or so. The Handguard set, I believe it might have been $35, something like that. The mounts, the light mount and the remote switch, I believe were anywhere $15 to $20 each. They have some other options. They also have this light mount in a aluminum. This one is just the polymer to match the Handguard. They also have an aluminum one. So a real good looking setup. I really like the way it looks. easy to install, and really just improves the handling of the weapon. I do like the grip. So anyway, some Magpul products for you to check out. Forget that this is on an inner ordnance. This will fit on basically any AKM platform rifle that you have. And they do have, if you do not have your sling attachment on the lower handguard retainer, yours is out here on the gas block. They have the other style handguard that'll actually come up a little further without this cutout. So there are two models of the handguard set to look for. If you go to Brownells, it'll show both and give you the description. So thanks for checking that out. I just wanted to share that with you, and maybe it'll help you decide if you're wanting to purchase these. So all Magpul, I'm really liking it. Thanks for watching.